everybody. So, today we're going to be talking about a black hole versus a white hole. Who will win? Well, before we get into the battle, let's introduce our contestants. Well, first of all, a black hole, which you may be quite familiar with, is a source of gravity, and it's kind of a star that has exploded in a supernova, and they have collapsed in on themselves, and it's kind of the core of a large star. Well, it gets planets and stars to orbit, and well, it destroys them. So, now you may not be familiar at all with a white hole. What? A white hole. Apparently, a white hole is a black hole when it dies, and what we think a white hole is, like, it's the opposite to a black hole. Nothing can enter it, but light and matter can escape from inside such a, and well, it kind of pulls stuff towards it with its intense gravity, and it kind of spits radiation out, and then it hits the planet or star and throws so much radiation that it just turns into dust. Wow, that's a strong contestant. Wow. Let's get into the battle point. Ooh. So, both they have their contestants. Well, I want a white hole to win. Well, who will win? Let's get in. Well, first of all, the white hole, this one doing it in white, the white hole will start throwing a bit of gravity and mass at such hole, but it spits radiation and the black hole starts absorbing the white hole. And in fact, a black hole could feed on a white hole for thousands of years, until eventually the black hole swallows it entirely and the white hole disappears. But that will be a hell of a long video, so let's make the white hole much more better. So say the white hole throw radiation and itself towards the black hole. Let's make it a strong contestant. Say it brings a lot of planets and stars along for the ride. Let's go. So, this is a white hole. It has planets, stars, asteroids, and loads of that coming with it. And the black hole goes alone, it's a tiny bit smaller. And as they get really close to each other and they start merging, now the white hole starts throwing all of its objects at the black hole, and the black hole gets so much radiation that would happen, and well, the black hole would start melting. In fact, it will get that hot. The black hole would start melting at the same time as it's sucking the white hole. So eventually the black hole would end up a bit like that, and the white hole would end up turning like that. So the black hole would absorb most of the white hole, but the part that it wouldn't absorb would be super strong. And in fact, I think it would be a little more powerful than the sun, let's just say. Well, what are white holes anyway? So now you know what would happen if they thought, what are white holes? Here's the white hole. There we go. If that's a white hole, well, nothing can escape it. Don't get close, because otherwise it'll punch you. Alright, fine, they don't have arms. But imagine a white hole is alive. So, say this is a white hole and it's alive. Alright, happy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It might be. And it puts them into a fist. Here's a planet. it comes and it gets launched out of its orbit into unknown territories. Well, that's one main hole. But it's not alive. That's just getting what a white hole is. That's, the idea of what a white hole is. Now, some white holes, because they're black holes slowly get smaller and smaller with time, and white holes will carry on the process. And the white holes, some white holes can get smaller than bacteria if they keep decaying for billions upon billions of years. So some white holes will be smaller than bacteria, and they'll be roaming the universe, or the new universe, because they would have survived, they would have been in the old universe as well. So, they may be very naughty. How naughty are they? And how large was the original star that's now a deadly white hole? Well, that's for another video. Subscribe!